What's going on? So, it is the day before the show. Yes, the beard will get dropped off today as well as having to skin prep. So that means I'm gonna shave all over. Even though in my class, men's physique, we wear board shorts. So, I'm still gonna shave the legs, but I don't have to worry about doing like the whole landscape of the crotch area, like going baby down there. It ain't one of my things I'm keen to. So it's not something I'm gonna do and not something I have to do and something that quite frankly I'm happy I don't have to do. But anyway, we're here, South Carolina, getting ready to compete. I'm not staying in a hotel. And that just depends on the level in which, excuse me, I felt something right there. That just depends on the level in which you want to take your prep to. Some people don't mind, but I definitely wanted to be locked in. I didn't want to have a lot of distractions, meaning people walking by your hotel room, um, people constantly knocking on your door trying to see what you need or want, especially if you're not calling for it, to deal with going through hallways and walking through elevators. I just want to be able to be in a home like environment like I already was prior to this and be able to just kind of feel a little bit more free and relaxed with me and the wife. So we're here, a nice house, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, and it's serving that purpose, full kitchen, that way I can cook the meals I need to get ready for prep and just dealing with that stuff and even some relaxing additives. Somewhere I can go if I need to just kind of relax, have a nice relaxed scenery with the wife. We sit out there. I can only drink water. That's limited right now. So I'm going to sit this down and then have a little talk with you guys. So basically, right now in prep, I'm drying out one. I do get a carb reload, but of course that's still structured, so I'm not getting to just eat whatever type of carbs I want. There's certain things that I can't have clean carbs. All right, just like there are clean sugars. You can get sugar from anything, and at the end of the day, sugar is sugar. It's going to affect the body somewhat the same, but there are sources that you get sugar from that are cleaner than sources that are not, i.e., candy bars, caramel, chocolate loaded up with a bunch of junk, are grapes, are apples, are oranges. Those are different type of sugars, and in the long run, yeah, they have a different effect, but as a whole, they have some similar effects. So they're different type of carbs. So you can get carbs out of those same type of candy bars, chips, ramen noodles, versus maybe carbs that are gonna come from rice and oatmeal, real oatmeal, not the packed oatmeal you put in the microwave for 30 seconds. I'm talking about get real oats, cook it with water. Should take you no longer than 5 minutes to cook a real bowl of oatmeal, which is more beneficial than the instant. But of course, if you have to get instant due to your schedule or whatever your situation is, that's a better choice than other things. So it's all about the level in which you're training. But anyway, today we're gonna start the carb up reload. I decided to push my breakfast back a little bit. That way, the 4 meals that I spread out, I can last throughout the day. We had a situation while on the road. I was trying to pre-plan, and I had a training session at 5 a.m. I woke up at 4 to get my first meal in. So then I ate my second meal around 8-ish. And then I had a meal to eat on the road, but I anticipated we would be here so that I could eat my next meal, my final meal. And we ended up stopping somewhere because I thought it was time for that, and it wasn't. It pissed me off. And you're very temperamental in prep, so it just pissed me off. We had to leave the restaurant. I had to tell the people it's not you. I can't eat right now. So sorry, we'll be leaving. And you got to stay disciplined. Some people might say, forget this shit. I'm hungry now. I'm here. I'm going to eat. It depends on how successful you want to be. And it also depends on how you want to feel after the competition is over. If you have the competition and you don't place like you expected to, or things don't go the way you want it, now you have something to kind of aid in you feeling less deserved, because you're going to look back and say, you know what, I shouldn't have ate that meal, or I should have stuck to my water intake, or I should have did this or did that. Those are things that I don't want to look back on in my prep and say, if I had done it, maybe I would have placed different. At this point in time in my prep, so I keep looking, they got the college football on. Let me turn that off. At this point in time in my prep, I don't have any regrets. So whatever happens tomorrow on stage or at the show, it is what it is. The only thing I can say when I come off that stage is I just got to put in more work, a little bit longer, and build to the point where I have a package for the judges to feel like it's it's rankable. It's enough for us to rank him now. That's the only thing I could say, and that's okay with me, because when I started and decided to get into the competitive bodybuilding arena, I didn't have time to go into a bulk season, as they call it. And I'm going to have an episode talking about bulk season, because I think there's a lot of misleading information or misleading knowledge about what a nice bulk is, a quality bulk, okay? But I didn't have that season. So I've always been athletic. I've always been, in shape, especially before then, but never building for bodybuilding. So we literally had to take me from what package I had then, and I was already kind of lean, and strip that down. And that in itself, had its effects. And I've been down as far as 5.5% body fat. And I know a lot of people sit out here and they talk about, oh, I'm 4% body fat, or I'm 5% body fat. Well, let me see that on a meter. Let me see you walking around, and I'm not saying it's not possible, because all things are possible. Everybody's body genome is different, so it's possible that somebody walking around 5%, that's normal for them in their body anatomy, and I'm not disputing that. But I'm gonna say that most people walking around talking about their 5 and 4% body fat, it's probably bullshit. Like, I want to see it on a meter. On average, even during my prep, I ranged around 6%. And I definitely could tell when I hit 5%, because my training sucks ass. My energy level sucks ass. At 6%, I'm like trying to get through it, and I usually do a bit better at 7 to 9, but I love the 12% body fat range. I can perform well, I still can eat certain things within there and still look nice and presentable. This, it being at 5%, 6%, is getting stage ready. And honestly, I probably don't think anybody who's really seriously trying to be competitive, depending on your body makeup, trying to step on stage outside of 6%, if you're higher than that, you probably haven't done the prep you should have to get as lean as you could. But anyway, going back into that, I'm going to go into an off season to have a good bulk and build considerably amount of muscle, being able to harness and have as much weight, progressive load as far as on weight, because you can progressive load in different ways too. So that's it. I'm very excited mentally, physically. I'm still doing a carb reload, so I don't have the energy levels to be like, hey, I'm pumped mentally. I'm focused. Me and the wife are gonna go through my poses today. Later on, probably around lunchtime, we'll spend about 30 minutes me presenting in front of her, going through poses, and her trying to tell me what she thinks I should do better. Because at the end of the day, it's good to have her do that, because what you think is good might not be appealing to another eye. And the truth is, when you're on stage, you don't have a mirror in front of you. So you have to get memorized on how your body feels in certain positions. And not having that mirror, it helps, because now like when you're in the mirror and you see, oh, my abs are not as tight, you tighten up. When you're on stage, you're not going to have that. On top of that, you're going to have the additive of an audience, and the additive of lights, and the additive of other athletes around you. And there's going to be a lot of other things mentally distracting you from you trying to think about how you feel. So to practice that with her, and her be able to tell me like, okay, that's, what can you do to change that? Although she's not very knowledgeable how bodybuilding shit works, she knows what looks good and what doesn't look good, with what you can and how you can look better. And at the end of the day, I'm not worried about competing with the other athletes, although I want other athletes to be there to have their packages on stage to present to the judges. I'm worried about how the judges feel about my package, and can they say, we like his package a lot better than everybody else's. That's what I'm going for. I don't care if somebody steps on stage and they're 6'2", 200 pounds and bulked up. My specialty is in conditioning, and if I can bring better conditioning to him and my lines flow better than him, that's where I am. I have to work on me. So anyway, we're about to get the first meal in. I pushed my breakfast back and start this carb reload. Hopefully I have another vlog for you guys. I know I'm kind of slacking on that right now because I'm so focused, and it's very hard to think about anything else besides eating, drinking the water, and trying to chill at this point. This has been my most relaxing point of my whole entire session of getting ready for the stage, is the last 2 days where my coach is like, I don't want you to do anything. And now that, I've been through this, it's going to be easier for me to navigate and guide my clients through a bodybuilding prep, as well as, understanding where they feel and how they feel when going through it. So, hey, y'all, you stay tuned. I'm going to try to get this uploaded. The reception around here sucks. And we're just going to keep rolling. So I will holler at you guys later on this afternoon.